Hello, everyone! Welcome to the Imperial Holonet. I'm GID123.
I'm Red Leader Antilles.
And I'm Nero Cole.
And we have some news for you this week. So, mostly in the world of Star Wars. Because it's not like we don't never talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, we never talk about Star Wars. I mean, who
Last
talks
week
about
we only
Star
had
Wars?
2 stories from
Yeah.
them.
Yeah!
Big stories, but still.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, which, by the way, if we're gonna do spoilers or stuff that might be spoilers, Johnny told us to,
Everything's
know,
pretty much a spoiler right here. In fact, most of our news
not
is...
all. We'll do those last and say ahead of time.
Well, we do have some non-spoilerish news. Star Wars celebrations coming up in July 15th through 17th in Orlando. It's in Orlando, right? Actually,
No, it's Celebration Europe, dude.
oh yeah, it's in Europe.
It's in London.
Oh right, I'm gonna get those two mixed up. It's in.
It's at the
You
Expo.
get Orlando and London mixed up.
I was telling
the
you
Concord.
that I almost was gonna go because it was in London.
London is great. In London, and Dave Filoni and his excellent cowboy hat and beard announced that they will premiere the season 3 Star Wars Rebel 2-part episode. They always do that. It's pretty much like a mini movie almost. And if you are playing, and remember, people, pirating is wrong. Wink, wink. Especially for people who can't go and have to wait to watch the show.
I mean, I can wait a little longer when it comes to Rebels.
Yeah, I can wait a little
Because I'll
longer.
totally be watching this season. Well, I might, just if that person turns out to be Treyya, because that's going to be creepy, though, so I'll leave.
That is true. But I will be waiting anyway.
Ventress as Treyya is just creepy.
Okay, that was...
I'll have to watch it if that is Treyya.
You do not want to hear sensual Treyya.
Yeah.
Why did you have to give me that image, Rod?
It's her voice. It's freaking Ventress's voice.
Sensual Treyya. Yeah, that would be
That's
very
what her
weird.
voice sounds like. It's not my fault. But yeah, so the next news is
Spoiler.
because for those who don't know, I think it was yesterday.
Right.
Was the anniversary of Episode 4 being first released. So it's the true Star Wars Day. And we got a long-lost trailer for Revenge of the Jedi, the original name of Return of the Jedi.
There's the story there.
And it's really, really funny because it's just stills, which I've actually seen the trailer for the preview for Episode 5, and it's the same way.
Yeah,
Except there it's even funnier because it's like, oh, and Han Solo, I guess.
and
it's
funny enough, they don't
that's
show
his
anything
film.
new.
What?
They don't really show anything new from the movie. Like, everything can still be in that version.
Well, yeah, because a lot of that, well, nothing was cut.
Oh, that's true.
By the, it was called Revenge of the Jedi as late as after the figures had already started to be put out and everything.
Right. But yeah, I saw the trailer. It was interesting. Very old and 80s.
Yes, very dated, but also very cool.
Yep.
Yep. So also, yeah. Now let's move on to some spoiler news.
Well, no. We have one more regular thing, which is the preview for, the unlettered preview for the Episode 7 comic adaptation, which I am so buying.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm doing it, even though it's Chuck Wendig, who nobody likes. I'm sorry, dude.
Chuck Wendig, the guy who wrote Aftermath.
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting. But it looks.
Maybe this will be in a first-person, weird-ass, writing style.
That would be interesting. Well, it is speaking bubbles, so you don't need.
Yeah, so we see some panels. They're cool. The art's really good. Detailed still kind of just. I need, by the way, the cover that is Rey wearing the pilot helmet, because that's one of my favorite shots from the film.
Yeah.
Easily, that was the thing that made me love that character.
Yeah, I do love that shot. That's actually one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
It's like a little kid putting on pretending to be like a cop or something. It's really, really endearing, even though that doesn't really amount to anything for the character later, and it's really sad to kind of have a character like it's kind of like it's the Luke shot, but of course with Luke he actually has to struggle and try for stuff instead of just having everything handed to him.
That's gonna be interesting with our TFA commentary.
He actually trained and shit.
I do like that shot though. It's cute and so.
I'm just waiting for like Luke to be like, lift up this entire super Star Destroyer out of the ocean and really just do it on the first try and be like, look, feminism. And it's like, I think you're missing the point of strong female characters.
Yeah.
Like you cut back to Lucas. Can I just say that I really hope that we actually get to see Rey fail like a punch. just because, and I was
I
talking.
don't know why, but now I'm just
about
thinking
how-
of Galen Merrick just going, please, I tore down Star Destroyers bigger than that.
He's like, it
Episode
only
8
counts as one.
Episode 8 title, Fall
Like
of Rey.
Star
Poe
Killer
is
versus
like,
Rey.
Like Poe is like marking down his kills,
Mhm.
and he's like, I just took out like 4 TIE fighters. She rips the whole thing down. Only counts as one.
Come on, then, come on. I love it.
And then like all of a sudden she starts shield surfing, and everyone's like, okay, Legolas, shut up.
That's funny. I don't know if I'll buy the comic. I'd probably wait for it to get on trade. I don't actually have the comics for any of the Star Wars movies. I used to have one for Episode 3.
I've seen them all. I know my local comic shop has 2 and 3 in trade, but I have the Obi-Wan's POV version of Episode 1 in comic form, which is really good.
I don't have it. I wish I had them.
They did that for everyone. It was really nice, and they had a Padme and Anakin perspective novels as well.
I saw. They're
yeah.
actually. I think I've seen those around. I have seen in my local bookstore the Rey perspective novel of Episode 7, which is actually where I told you that there might have been hints at a Rey Finn romance going on.
From that writer's perspective, of course, because
Well, yeah.
I still really hope they go the route of everyone is completely platonic, and then like it's just an EU. And then if people like an EU like love interest, then they make them canon and bring them into the next movie. Or maybe they're already canon. Like, wouldn't that be super cool?
That'd be interesting.
That would
If
be
you
interesting.
really like a character in the EU, and then like we like them enough that they bring them in live action for Episode 10.
I wonder what.
Like, what if like Carrie and Poe went up together in the EU, and then people like that character enough, and then like she shows up in Episode 7, or sorry, Episode 7, Episode 10. That'd be like if Mara Jade had showed up in a Star Wars movie like a year after having been created. That'd just be super interesting.
Yo, that'd be cool.
Maybe Afro will show up in Rogue One.
Admiral Ray Salone comes back.
Well, that would actually, I think that might legitimately happen. I genuinely think we will have some references to Imperial officers.
Ray Salone, she's been making the rounds.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She's like one of the big new canon characters that came about with New Dawn. She's in She's in the last Kanan comic. She's in Aftermath. And it's the funny thing, if you read that book from New Dawn to Aftermath, you slowly see her rise in the ranks from captain to admiral.
But yeah, back to the Rey thing. I really hope, which we'll do this discussion later probably about who will lose an arm, but I really hope though, just back to this. I know it has nothing to do with this, but I really hope we get to see Rey struggle a lot because like I was talking with some people about how like, oh, the people like Tumblr and whatnot will never let Rey, you'll get her arm cut off. And it was like, I was like, yeah, but they should just ignore those people because cutting somebody's arm off builds character. Having them fail in a way that is physically like tangible, you can never, move past that. That arm is forever, cut off.
It's Star Wars tradition to have a hand get cut off.
Exactly, it's a badge of honor, and it'd be really interesting. Though it is just funny. Like I'm just expecting like she'll pull up a Super Star Destroyer. And then, like, we cut back to Luke, and he's like, you're missing the point. Because, like, I really hope they don't, just for the sake of making Rey seem cooler than Luke, ruin the whole Dagobah scene. Like, I really hope she doesn't have her own Dagobah moment. Because that's what made Luke... Or I really hope she has that, but, like, maybe, it lasts longer. Because, like, that's the best thing with Luke, with just when he's like, what you tell me to do is impossible. And like it just going, sitting under the tree, and then Yoda like just closing his eyes, and the music playing as he pulls up the X-wing, and just, oh god, I love that moment.
And then he's saying, "I can't believe it," and he goes, "That is why you fail."
Come on, Ryan Johnson.
I want to watch episode 5 now.
Come on, Ryan Johnson, do your
Come
stuff.
on, hit me. Come on. Sorry, I went all Joker all of a sudden.
Because I'm not hitting you. I'm just saying, come on, Ryan Johnson, go, dude.
No, you want Ryan Johnson to run you over.
Oh, right. You want Ryan Johnson.
Come on, hit me. Hit me.
Yeah,
Hurt me.
speaking of Ryan Johnson, And actually, now that back to our make a transition to Ryan Johnson, we as Star Wars fans feel it is our duty to make a public announcement to you people about certain rumored titles that may be going on about Episode 8.
Oh, yes.
Let's see here. It's
Uh,
not Fall of the Resistance, people.
It's not called Follow the Resistance.
No,
Anyone who thinks... What?
I know, that's what I said.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not called Follow the Resistance, people. Anyone who thinks that is using really outdated information. Because here's the thing. Pablo Hidalgo has said that there is no finished title. The only internet-era Star Wars film to have a final title by the time production was finished was Episode 3. And that was the only one that got leaked ahead of time.
Right.
And look at Revenge of the Jedi. That film, into its toy line, had a different title. You think that this film, which has redirected freaking airlines that fly overhead, this film that has, I kid you not, like freaking drones that look like the Falcon monitoring the sites. This film that has a like $1 million freaking fine for people who spoil stuff is gonna really allow a title to exist on the off chance that it might get spoiled.
And not even a very good title either.
They would never do this. They will probably not have a title until freaking a day before they ship them out.
But with the Force Awakens title announced, that
was with the trailer.
Oh, okay. No, I
That
thought
was
that was beforehand. I thought the trailer came out.
Oh, no, sorry, you're right. It was like a month before the trailer. It was right before the trailer, because don't forget, they always do that beforehand because they're worried about the trailer getting out early.
That's true.
So they want to have a little bit of control over it.
Okay. See, okay.
To hold people over.
Right.
And so, yeah, like that's kind of what they did, what they hope they do now. And because we will not be getting it. Maybe we will get the title when Rogue One comes out.
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get any. I hope we get some trailers for Celebration, like a Rogue One trailer number 2, or an actual trailer, because technically the one we saw was a teaser trailer.
I know there's Anaheim Con that Kathleen Kennedy will be at. I'm pretty sure she'll unveil something there.
I always think the big ones are where they're going to unveil the.
Well, no, because you have to remember, it was I think in Anaheim. It was that exact same con that we got Rogue One at first.
Oh, okay.
That's where they revealed Rogue One and gave us those teaser images.
Oh, okay, cool.
They usually like to use the same cons twice.
That's true.
But yeah, so we got some.
So yeah, people, it's not Follow the Resistance.
It's not Follow the Resistance. We will probably do a video about titles that we like. Currently, I prefer Dark Side of the Moon. That's no Moon. Ren, Go Away. And a bunch of other puns that other people have done that I forget.
And I actually made some serious titles, which I will reveal in that video.
Serious titles as well. But yeah.
Okay.
So, on to the next thing.
Which are spoilers?
Set photos of blurry people who may or may not be Kylo Ren.
Spoilers. Because the set photos, they're spoilers.
Yep, so we have the one with the staff and another guy standing next to him.
There's a guy with some red on him.
Yeah, there's a guy with a bit of red on him. I think
looks like Phasma from a distance, but
I think that's the monk.
The monk.
And then of course we get Ren, who apparently has his mask. That's weird.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
Well, here they say that they think he has his mask on. Yeah, he definitely has something over his face, and I really don't like that because he should not have his mask. And they told us he didn't have his mask. He got ripped off. Or he took it off. I mean, well, it fell.
Right.
It's where Han is now.
It's where Han is now.
It fell into this incinerator thing. It's like Darth Maul. Oh, yeah, that's a really bad example. It's like Darth Maul. Oh, wait. Like, he's just gonna find his helmet gone insane, like with his snake do.
We found a lightsaber that shouldn't have been able to have been found.
Wait, what?
We found
right. Well, I don't know. I mean, I read a comic that kind of destroys the illusion because it's like not that big of a fall and it's right into some swamps. Well, though that would make it even worse. It should be like sunken at the bottom of the thing. Apparently, it didn't actually fall below. It was still in that area. Like it's still in Cloud City. It's probably in the sewage. It's probably going to come out like someone's drain.
Probably.
Oh, we're talking about the lightsaber. I thought we meant Kylo Ren's helmet.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's Fall
Well,
City.
let's see what the movie.
Obviously, Star Killer Base has gotten kaboom.
Kaboom. Well, let's see
Yeah,
what the
so-
movie has happened in the movie. Like, I don't know what the images can be deceiving people. Especially said images that are blurry as all heck.
Maybe they're Kylo Ren clones. No. No.
It turns out wrong. I mean, it's like Gotham.
It's true.
I just found out yesterday from Johnny that apparently there was a Bruce Wayne clone in Gotham.
Huh.
What?
Okay then.
Don't ask. But yeah, so Rogue
We're
One.
getting
Oh
Right.
shit! Did we say spoilers before doing that?
I said spoilers.
Joel said
Okay.
it.
Yeah, good. Sorry, Johnny. Well, you're probably not watching.
I said it. I was responsible. I'm the responsible one of this room.
Hey, we're not responsible. We should never be responsible. That's a
You're
good
not
comment.
experts, people, so if we happen to ruin your movie for you, well, that is our fault, but,
Well, the way we're going to know everything about episode 8 before it comes out. We'll know every
Exactly.
set photo. We'll be just going, oh yeah, that's that set photo, that's that rumor, that's that rumor. Oh wait, that's true. What he said was wrong then.
Like in the theater, like Han turns out to not be dead, and he's actually like there, like he's actually inside 3PO. Like 3PO's just Han in disguise, and like we're like, well, of course we knew that going in, and everyone in the theater's like, what?
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
the
so-
fact that I called Han dying in episode 7 long
Oh, I
before.
called it like a month. I called that like day one when he was cast.
Oh, I
like-
called it too.
Like
I mean,
he's so dead. He's so gonna die. He's so gonna die.
that was easy. That was the.
Oh yeah, kind of.
If you ever know Harrison Ford's story, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So let's go on to something else, which is the Shore Trooper, who was a totally new trooper
Yay!
and not
Hooray.
a Rogue One, and totally isn't just a trooper we already have, just with a slightly different costume that everyone's freaking out over, even though it's just him having some new like.
I didn't even notice the difference, to be quite honest. I thought, oh, just a first order stormtrooper costume. Okay, that was my reaction.
Do you mean for First Order?
Yeah, the stormtrooper design.
He's not First Order.
Oh,
It's Rogue One.
that was Rogue One. I thought they said it was first order.
No. It's Rogue One.
Oh,
There were modified versions of those guys from. Well, hold on. Let me. The Sand Trooper and Death Trooper. Yeah, it's the Sand Trooper, just with a different, chest piece, pretty much. Hold on, I'll find the conversation I had with somebody about this earlier.
let me take a look. See at this.
Okay, yeah.
You
so,
posted in
Show
the.
me the picture.
okay, somebody says no, they're different actually. Death and Scarab.
Alrighty, let me see.
Shore Trooper, unless they modified some. Scarab looks browner and has a different styling. Then again, I can't remember if Scarab was a mock-up or not. So maybe they're the same.
Let's see. Here's some storm.
Their chest is different. Hold on, I'll show you guys the.
I need an actual costume picture.
Well, hold on. I have a costume picture up, thankfully.
Thank you.
That's the. Yeah, we're breaking this down right now, but
We're breaking this down. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it just looked like the Sand Trooper. Which
well,
is,
with just a different chest piece, and of course, they are confirmed as Death Troopers though,
yeah.
which is cool.
Yes.
And then of course I had a conversation with people like somebody was saying, but those names Shore Trooper. I already thought Death Trooper was kind of silly name, but Shore Trooper seems odd for some reason. My terrain of specialty kills from the water's edge to about 100 meters in. That's it. And I was like, that's how the rebels could escape. They could cross over the 100-meter line. He's like, might as well let him go. And so he was like, I guess they have an amphibious combat troop origin like Marines. Marines like that. Makes sense.
They're the few, the proud, the shore troopers.
And somebody was like, what are we going to get next? Lakeside troopers? Jacuzzi troopers? And then I posted the image of the stormtroopers in a jacuzzi from Lego Star Wars 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that was a thing.
I
These
love-
troopers
I
were
love
a
that.
thing.
Love that.
I was like, well, they already are a thing. It happened.
Don't tell me it happened. I saw it happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you could also
it's
go
about
in as R2 and shock
in
them.
like the
and
most,
they-
pathetic way possible. Don't tell me it didn't happen.
Don't tell me
It happened.
it.
Pause. But yeah, this poster is really awesome.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
that's
know
cool.
why Ray is trying to stab Ben Mendelsohn through the throat, or whatever this guy's name is, through the throat. But
Oh, you're right. Funny. No, through the head. It's through the head.
also, people have been saying Well, the way it looks to me is like it's not going through his head. It's like it's touching like into the back of his neck.
Oh yeah.
Behind. But yeah,
Also, Vader's not in this
poor
one.
Poe. He's like the really short, small image. But what was I gonna say?
It's very
Oh
nice.
yeah. Um,
Golden
we
plated.
got a new hat. Or well, we already saw this a few on the giant Legos, but we see it again. Felicity Jones's character Jin will be wearing a hat and goggles, which makes people think even more that she is Rey's mom.
Do not raise. I don't think she'll be raised.
Because she has a hat and goggles, and so it's kind of like Rey.
People
Because they
wear-
do look really alike in this image. It's just funny to have two actors who are like 5 years apart, who are gonna be like mother. It's just weird. Like I get what people mean because it is kind of hilarious that at the same time we cast two people who look pretty similar and have both British.
Oh, by the way, Red.
Stop having all our major female protagonists in Star Wars being British, Leia, and like everyone. I mean, I guess we didn't with Padme, but do we?
Wait,
I mean, that's weird about Ahsoka. At least Ahsoka has like a ethnicity that like an ethnic accent that's not British or American.
That's true.
I don't know what her accent specifically is, but it's definitely not British or American.
It sounds. Oh, I guess you're right. Doesn't sound
Yeah.
American.
No, it doesn't.
America.
Somebody could tweet Ashley Eckstein and ask her that actually. But yeah, so that is the
And I
news.
really love the art. Oh, did you notice the AT-ATs have gold platings?
Well, we already saw that.
I know.
Last week. Yeah, it's really cool.
So yeah, that is the news. But stay with us, people. We have comic reviews,
Yay!
Yay!
which Sassy Cole cannot take part in because he didn't read the comics.
Wait, what did you say?
Cole can't take part
I
in
thought
it.
you said Assassin Cole or Sassy Cole, and I was like,
A
what?
sassy Cole. That
Sassy-
should be my name. I should
Sassy
wear
Cole.
that.
Sassy Cole. Girlfriend.
But yeah,
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Which one do you want to start
Star
with?
Wars 19, let's do that first.
Alrighty, hang on.
I was right. I mean, I didn't know who the character was, but when somebody pointed it out to me,
I knew
I
who
was
the
like,
character-
oh, that's probably who it is.
I knew who the
So-
character was when we got the reveal because I actually did see the Star Wars.
Well, I knew ahead of time, though, because I heard people predicting it. I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
I love the Star Wars. Did you read the Star
Ina
Wars annual?
Bay is the mercenary, or not a mercenary, sorry, vigilante in his awesome suit. He's still alive. We're building an actual rogues gallery. That's awesome. We have Afra get shot off into space. Sana being a psychopath and trying to kill everyone's favorite character.
Mm-hmm. Darn you, son of... Stop tagging
Just because
best
she
character.
dumped you or whatever doesn't mean you have to freaking kill her.
Stop trying to kill best character. And also, I did read the Star Wars annual, so this actually was, like, really good for me, because I actually, like, oh, yeah, I know this guy from that story. Although I do love how they have... if you read last year's Star Wars annual #1, I love the little thing like, you want to know more about this character? Buy this book, only $9.99 at Barnes & Noble. I just find it hilarious.
Yeah, the one thing that's kind of annoying is we haven't had much focus on Luke and Han recently.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I get the... Like, recently with Star Wars, we've been trying to fix the fact that, like, there was only one major female character in the original trilogy by never focusing on the male characters. And that's kind of annoying, because then there's less camaraderie between the three.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
when Leia's hanging out more with Sana than anyone else, it just kind of gets annoying, because you want to see her hang out with Luke and everyone. Though next issue will be going back to the Obi-Wan stories, which is awesome.
And also the new Stormtroopers.
No, they're gonna take a break issue.
Oh, okay. But also, where did that Stormtrooper get that lightsaber from?
Well, just you wait. That's what's great. Yes, yeah, the Elite Stormtroopers have been premiered. We got a cover for Han Solo #1 as well.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Which is cool, I guess.
Oh,
But yeah, I love how this guy has like knives strapped to his chest. That's funny. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this arc. I'm glad it's over. I'm just waiting for this book to either shift writers or switch eras and Jason Aaron to get knocked off. And not that I hate Jason Aaron necessarily. It's just it's you know it's been good. But yeah, so next is Anakin Obi-Wan #5, which is the end of this series.
That was sad. Yeah, but I like the ending. I didn't get to... I've been keeping up with it a little bit.
The fact that Sheev wasn't here is kind of sad.
Yeah.
There's some nice touches. Ian pointed out that he did first with the lightsaber melting bullets and then the bullets still hitting the person. But yeah, it's not the greatest thing. There is one thing that, like, I love seeing the Republic show up, and I love the fact that we get a fleet of Republic ships, and Kiadi Mundi gets a cameo, and you get to see I think a Duros and some protocols. This is what the main Star Wars book is missing. Iconic imagery that doesn't shove it in your face that, look, you know what the stormtroopers are, you know what Vader looks like, it just lets it be natural.
My favorite scene actually in the book is when Obi-Wan tells Yoda that if Anakin wants to leave the Jedi Order, he's going to leave with him.
Oh, that was great. Well, Yoda's the one who pointed out to him.
Right.
Because Obi-Wan is still, a kid. He doesn't fully... Well, not a kid, but he's still not fully matured. And I like how she shows him the light... She gives him the lightsaber. This was not, like, the greatest ending. It kind of wraps it up pretty quickly. The one thing that I really like is the whole thing of the lightsaber being red. And which is... We don't say anything about.
Interesting.
Like, the lightsaber in that image that the woman saw before is red. And there's this hooded guy cutting people down. So that means there was a Sith doing stuff involved, 20 years ago, or 10 years ago on this planet?
Or a Dark Jedi. It doesn't have to be a Sith.
I'm thinking it's Sith, though, because of all the Palpatine stuff.
Well, so that means Tyrannus was,
He's not using Tyrannus' lightsaber, which shocked me. At first I thought, well, that's the thing, I thought the same thing as you with Dark Jedi, and then I realized Maul has already come about. So the Sith have returned. And so I'm thinking they're going to capitalize on that and have it be that it's either Tyrannus or maybe it was Maul from back in the day. Maybe it was Palpatine himself.
Wait.
Maybe it was a Dark Jedi who Sheev manipulated. But I think it's going to tie back into him because he wasn't in this issue.
Okay. How would it tie back? I wonder. I need to find what.
He sent the person on a mission, and then the reason this conflict's happening is he's testing Anakin or something.
That's probably true. I have to find that image though because I lost it. You pointed that. Where's that scene with the flashback?
Really early on.
Okay, I'll hang on. I go back.
We'll talk about DC Rebirth #1 next.
I want to see it first before we stop. Hang on.
No. It's when Obi-Wan's talking to that woman.
Oh, okay. Anakin. Here we go. Obi-Wan's talking to the woman. She's talking. Okay, must have skipped. Oh well, that's okay.
Yeah, DC Rebirth.
DC Rebirth.
This is a really thinly veiled attempt to lead us dry. They're like, oh look, we're so sorry. Just anyone who wonders, I liked this, but I think Steve is right. Watch Steve's video. I think he is right on this. I mean, it has some really nice moments, like the moment where Barry remembers who Wally is. Like, because this whole story is narrated by pre-Flashpoint Wally West, which, by the way, spoilers. And it's really awesome to see him, as Kid Flash. And just like it's great when nobody remembers who he is and he's going through all this stuff. The problem is it feels like a thinly veiled, we're so sorry about how bad DC has been recently, but it doesn't feel like they're actually saying they're sorry. It's not that they're sorry about what they did. It's that they're sorry they got caught. And it's really annoying. Like, they're sorry that we didn't like it. Not that it's not like they're realistic in their ways. There's a lot of problems with it. I love the scene where Barry remembers Wally. I love that Wally's about to die and he's kind of like, goodbye. And then Barry all of a sudden remembers who Wally is and, saves him from disappearing from time. And he's like, he hugs him and he says, how could I ever forget you? And it's a really touching moment. And, Barry's trying to remember, his past. But the weird thing is there's a lot of continuity errors with what they're doing right here. Because pretty much, this big thing, and Steve's completely right, I never thought about this. They're saying that it's the same world, just that people are forgetting certain things, and that like they're physiologically being put back in time a little bit, but it's the same world, which makes no sense on so many levels. Because certain things are completely different that would have nothing to do with this whole changing thing, and we'll go to the big spoiler. Apparently, Jeff Johns wants to be an even bigger Flash fanboy and wipe Barry Allen of all responsibility because the big reveal is that the person behind the New 52 was Dr. Manhattan. And we end the issue with Batman pulling out a freaking the comedian's badge pin, and it's like, look. So yeah, Alan Moore, I am surprised, has yet to attack Jeff Johns with a machete or something. Jeff, watch out, because Alan Moore's already unnerved enough. I'm shocked he hasn't.
Because he's Alan Moore. Yes, he's serpent god.
But yeah, like there's a lot of. I do not like the idea of them using the Watchmen, and I'm not even a Watchmen purist. It's just that to me that's kind of a dick move on DC's part, and also I don't trust them. But yeah, I'll keep picking it up, but this can very easily be painful. Again, because Steve's right. It's not an apology. It's them just being as reactionary as possible. They're not actually they're not sticking with the direction. They're just fucking trying to get good PR, but they're not actually doing anything good. It's just bad business practices on DC on all ends. But yeah, that's
DC
comics.
Yep, DC needs a good hit in the head.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's my thoughts on Rebirth. I'll probably get the next issue and talk about that.
There's a
It is $3 for 80 pages though. It's pretty freaking awesome. I will be picking up Batman and Detective for sure. So it won me over on. Well, I was already gonna get those books though.
Yep. I'll be sure to get that and we can review it.
This is why comics confuse me. Like, wait, so you're not in the same universe? Like, oh no, like, oh, this is so confusing. And they just made it more confusing now.
It makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah.
Thank God manga doesn't do a lot of crossover. Otherwise, I'd be bawling. Anyway.
I do crossover, but that's just for me. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the end of the news and comic reviews.
So until next time, see ya.
Bye.
And force be with you.
Yeah.
Always.